What is going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope everybody is doing well. I'm a little late, a few minutes late on the live, but I hope that everybody had a great Thanksgiving that is watching. Jeanette, what's up? How you doing? Um, I ordered some food, and so my food is getting here like right now. So I haven't eaten today, and it's like 10 o'clock my time. So like I'm starving right now. Yeah, Matt, what's up, man? How you doing? Um, whew, I'm like lightheaded. I'm so hungry. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna get started here in a bit. As always, we give a few minutes for everybody to hop in. Jennifer, what's going on? What is going on? Hope everybody's doing good. Uh, as always, we got a lot of things to talk about. Y'all can all gather around in here um, as we get everything set up to get some. Um, yeah, y'all. I've been in here working all day, and like I'll be tripping. Like I don't know why I do this to myself, but I don't eat sometimes. Like, I'll get so engrossed in my work that I don't eat any food at all, and so yeah, I didn't eat anything. So I'm just waiting. Ordered a burger, but anyway, I'm gonna give y'all some updates on some things. Uh, y'all, let me turn this music down. This music's a little too loud. But again, we're waiting. We're gonna wait another 2 or 3 minutes for people to get in, and then we'll get started. Welcome everybody that's hopping in on the live. Well, welcome everybody in here. I'm doing these lives pretty regularly now. Yeah, I'm doing these lives. Sometimes I do them 3 times a week. So I appreciate everybody joining in. Um, whew, my head is killing me. We got 8 people in so far. Usually have about 15 people in here on the Wednesday calls. I want to go over a few things today. First thing I want to go over is kind of what we need to be doing on the getting higher aspect of things, right? It's been a little quiet lately, just from all the resources I have. It's been a bit quiet, as I'm sure y'all know that. But it happens sometimes around this time of year. It's the holiday, so um, once these insurance carriers pay out their bonuses, things are going to speed up again. And we'll talk about that too. So I'll give all of you all a bunch of different insights into things. So we're going to give everybody a couple more minutes, and then we'll get into it. Is Paul in here? Is Angel in here? I need to know that. If Paul or Angel, if y'all are in here, please write a comment, write in the comment section so I can know that y'all are here. Where is this food at, y'all? They killing me. Okay. They're about to call. About to call in a second. I could have waited. Until my food came before I started live, but I was already late, and I didn't want to be super late. So my delivery guy's here, so now they're gonna call me. And then my food gonna be here, and I can finally eat, and I can think straight. Cause I can't think straight right now. I'm so hungry, I can't think straight. Y'all, thank you everybody for hopping in. We talk about independent insurance adjusting tonight. As always, I'm always talking about insurance adjusting, as y'all know. Right? So it's easier for me to, it's hard. It's hard for me to always present sitting down. It makes things much harder for me. So I think today I'm gonna do it standing up. So this is what I would tell everybody about what we have in the industry right now. Obviously, as we all know now, we didn't have a hurricane season this year. Because we didn't have a hurricane season, it made everything much slower for us. Okay, it made everything much more competitive, and it made the jobs that people have much harder to get. This is not a norm. Okay. Next thing I like to say to everybody is, if you're, money's tight for you right now, and you're like, hey, what should I do if I'm not adjusting? Look, do what you got to do. All right, do what you got to do. Every time it has been a slow season since I've been an adjuster, I already got my work in for the year, so I kind of rode out the uh, the storm. The storm of being slow. Uh, One second. Hey, there go the food. It's here now. Oi. Okay. Já tem código. Okay, pronto. We got it. Awesome. All right. Food is here. All right. So here's the thing. If you are struggling already, if you're in a situation where money's tight, get a regular job if you got to. Go staff if you have to right now, right? Because we know that things are going to change. After every slow season, there's another busy season. Okay. Just because things are slow right now does not mean that it's oversaturated. Okay. I have never seen this business. One second. Here's the food. Woo. Lord have mercy. There we go. I have never seen any time in this business where it was oversaturated, ever. Never, ever, not even once. Right? I remember during Hurricane Harvey, I saw my own eyes. I saw State Farm deploy like 4,000 adjusters. I remember being in a room with like 500 adjusters. And even then, it wasn't oversaturated. Even then, with all those people that got hired to work for Hurricane Harvey, when another hurricane hit, we still needed more adjusters. They were calling in people, getting people on emergency licenses, all those things, right? So if we could deal with one of the biggest hurricanes that ever hit the United States, caused some of the most damage that has ever happened, and we still had another hurricane after that, and people still needed adjusters, times like this, we're not in a surplus. We're not oversaturated. Okay, so I want to make that super clear to everybody. Next thing I would say to all of you all, as you're waiting out, your next deployment and all that. One is get certified in some things that you need to get certified in, like Exactament. Get your State Farm certifications. Get all the cheap certifications. I personally would not be buying a ton of licenses right now because one, they cost a lot of money to renew, right? But two, we don't know which carrier we're going to be working for. So that carrier may not have 20 states that they have coverage in, right? I know that for a lot of new adjusters or newer adjusters, 1, 2, 3 years experience, y'all are usually very familiar with State Farm. You're not familiar with other places, but there's companies that only have coverage in, 1 or 2 different states, 3 or 4 different states. So you getting 10 or 15 licenses, it does not do you justice. Okay. So another thing to think of and to think about. All right. You got to protect your money when things are slow, because we don't know how long it's going to last. It could end, slow season can end next week. It can end in 2 weeks. It can end in 2 months. We don't know. All right. So take care of your money. All right. If you are deployed right now, you got to take care of your money too. Okay. I see this a lot. Talk about this on Instagram today. I've seen a lot of people mess up a lot of money, myself included, because we didn't respect the money. Okay. You got to respect your money. You work really hard for it. If you are a current adjuster is working, you're making, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a week. Take care of it. All right. I see a lot of adjusters, they get used to making that kind of money, not thinking about when they're going to take some time off or when they're going to get released. And so because of that, they have a lifestyle of making $10,000 to $12,000 a month, and they're spending $10,000 to $12,000 a month. And then when times get hard, They got all these bills for a $10,000 lifestyle, and they only got $5,000 in the bank. Okay, so things get ugly quick on the independent justice side of things. So you gotta take care of your money. Live below your means, y'all. I'm not a financial advisor, but this ain't my first rodeo. Okay, so I tell people all the time, I messed up my first $250,000 I made in adjusting. First $250,000 I earned, I do not know where it went. I have no idea where it went. I just spent it, hanging out, kicking it. I wasn't even buying clothes, shoes and stuff. I wasn't even doing all that. I was just like being frivolous, helping family out and all that stuff ain't worth it. Okay. Which brings us to my next phase, my next point. For those of y'all who are adjusting, who are new to it, you got your license, you wonder when you're gonna get hired. You're gonna get hired one day. Okay, might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but you're gonna get hired. But you have to start thinking about how you're gonna be doing things once you start making this kind of money. Okay, you gotta figure out how to say no to your family. Okay, for you to make $100,000, $115,000, $120,000 in a year, $150,000 in a year, you may be the highest earner in your family. That does not mean you have to give all your money to them. Okay, outside of your parents, your children, you really don't. It's not a lot of people you really need to be taking care of. All right, if they're an adult, they're over 18 years old, they're not a felon, they live in the United States, they can be an adjuster too. Okay, so yeah, we don't need to be taking care of people because that's a great way to burn through a lot of money, y'all. Okay, you maintaining your house and trying to maintain some other houses, it never goes well. It never ever goes well. By the way, anybody got any questions? Feel free to ask. Okay, feel free to ask away. I'm always down to answer y'all's questions. All right. I'm gonna be a lot more coherent once I eat this burger. By the way, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to tell you, these folks, your boy was starving today. If you got questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. But I gotta eat this right now because I'm lightheaded at this point. Oh, Lord have mercy. Your boy was hungry. Woo. Okay, I can make it now. I can make it. Jeanette, you got questions? Matt, you got questions? Jennifer, you got questions? Whoever's watching, I got questions. Let me know. Okay. I'm gonna be on here for a little while with y'all today. I did an hour and a half live on TikTok on Monday. And we had a million questions over there. So I'm going to go off of some of the questions they had and whatever questions y'all have. I know that many of you that are watching are already licensed adjusters. I know that some of you watching are already experienced adjusters. And so I think that one thing I would like to tell everybody that is licensed or experienced, as in you've already worked claims before, the challenge as we continue to make more money and as we continue to go further in our career is our commitment to excellence, right? And seeing things through. What I mean by that? There comes a time on our deployments where you kind of get in the flow of things. You understand what's going on. You know how to handle claims. You know how to write an estimate. You know how to talk to the insurer, write the check, write the letter, talk to the agents, whatever. And that's a dangerous place to be in because A lot of adjusters begin to think they know it. They know it all. And they begin to get in the routine of just kind of floating through claims, right? They're not actively paying attention. They're not reading for understanding on a day-to-day basis. And because of that, their skills aren't getting better. I know this because I did it. I know this personally because I did this. It's easy. It feels easy. But claims aren't easy. Okay? Whenever you get to a point where things feel easy, you're doing something wrong. Okay? Even after all these years in the business, when I think everything is easy, it's because I'm being lazy. My file notes are lacking. My emails are lacking. I'm not picking up the phone like I should. My voicemails might be backed up, right? When things start feeling too easy, or it feels like low effort, you're for sure doing something wrong. That's why I say we have to commit to excellence, because it's easy to be lazy in this business, especially as you get experience. It's easy to just kind of kick the ball, kick a claim along. Nobody's going to call you out on it. Your manager might not find out about it for like 4 or 5 months. But it does not mean it's okay. Okay, it does not mean that you're getting away with it. Because at the end of the day, as adjusters, we have to be building our skill levels up. And we only can build our skill levels up by handling claims correctly every single time. All right? When you're handling a claim correctly every single time, it's tedious. Every single time. It's going to be tedious. It's going to feel tedious. If you're doing something and it feels tedious, it's because you're doing it correctly. If it just feels super easy and all your days just feel like chill, that's your sign that you're not committed to excellence and you're being lazy. So you got to go through your file notes. Go through your file notes. Go through your policy. Think about what you're saying on the phone, right? Because this job can be repetitive in some ways. Every claim is going to be different, but the actions can get repetitive. And that's what can lull you into laziness, which will then create mistakes. You'll start making mistakes and then you'll get released, right? Or you'll put yourself in a position where you're just not putting enough effort out. We have so many effort metrics in our business, right? And if you're not putting the effort out, your coworkers can sense that and they can feel it in your work product, right? Because as adjusters, we're always working in a team environment. Even if we're in the field and we're inspecting a home alone, we still send it to the file review team. The file review team still sends it to a DA, desk adjuster, and desk adjuster still can call you as a file adjuster. So you want to stay on point, okay? Learn how to stay tight and stay on point every day. And you can only stay tight and stay focused every day if you're taking care of yourself, going to bed every night, not eating crazy amounts of food and all that, not just partying and drinking and all that stuff. You got to be locked in. Okay, they're paying us enough money where we can focus and we should focus, and so we got to take advantage of that. Okay, like I said, if Paul and Angel in here, I would love to see them in here, but if they're not, that's all cool. And I'm gonna keep asking if I got questions, because I want to remind everybody, I'm talking to my computer screen. Okay, so when y'all don't say anything back and y'all just watching passively, I don't know what y'all are feeling or thinking. Okay, so what I do ask is y'all give me some interaction so I can know what y'all like or don't like, and what y'all think about certain things, so I can keep on going, because it's 10:30 my time. I'm sleepy already. So when y'all aren't talking, it gets kind of boring, and then I'm like, all right, I'm bored. I'm gonna do something else. Okay, so But yeah, we're talking about commit to excellence. Keith, what's happening, man? How you doing? What is going on? Keith, you're licensed already, right? Keith, you already got your license, your Alabama license. I had a guy from Mobile today. He called me. We went over some things. He has an insurance agency, and I have a lot of insurance agents that become adjusters. Right? They get tired of selling insurance. They get tired of all the, uh, they get tired of everything that had to do with the insurance side of things, the sales side of things, and they come over here to the adjusting side, which is what I did. Right? I used to be in insurance sales, and then I switched to adjusting. My mother had an agency. She sold her agency, and she switched to adjusting too. So yeah, I had a long conversation with him, but we get people from all walks of life. That's awesome, Keith. You got 5 licenses. Do you have any certifications or anything like that yet? You got your certifications, your state certs, state farm certs. There's 2 of those to get. You got USAA, TWIA, you got Citizens of Louisiana, Citizens of Florida. One thing I will tell y'all is that I hope all of you all are contacting these recruiters. Okay. What these recruiters do, and I think I talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again real quick. These recruiters are putting people on inactive rosters, right? So if you're not actively reaching out to these recruiters, they'll just take you off their list. And you'll be wondering why you didn't get a call, even though you're on the roster, but you're on the inactive version of their roster. You're not on the active version. So for those of y'all looking for deployments, hit these recruiters up, check them out, ask them how their day going. Because you don't want to be on the inactive list. All right. You don't want to put yourself on an inactive list. Once you go on the inactive list, they're not going to be dealing with you anymore. Right. So something for everybody to know. That's something I heard specifically from carrier management. They are not fooling around with you if you're not hitting them up. So you got to hit them up, contact them. All right. So Keith is auto certified. And now you're trying to get your property cert. That's smart. Get the Estamatic certification. Always good to have. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oops. All right. So that is that. All right, y'all. Any questions? Anybody got questions about anything? Oh man. Could you give any info on NFIP certification, National Flood Insurance Program certification? So NFIP is a company just like State Farm or USAA or TWIA, and that company covers about 2 million properties, 2 million to 4 million properties. I think it's 4 million. I think it's 4 million properties. But anyway, they cover flood zones where people have that insurance. The problem with the NFIP certification is that they don't hire a lot of people for the NFIP when the floods come. They usually hire people who have real experience, not just like 2 years experience, but people who have real experience. And when they do deploy, it's not a lot of claims because there's not a lot of properties that have flood insurance through NFIP. So for me, I've had my NFIP certification for several years now. I've never even got a call on it. I've never ever gotten a call on a NFIP deployment. I'm eyeing to break into a field adjuster position. Can you speak to some challenges one might encounter as a field adjuster when it comes to estimating? Estimating is hard in the beginning if you never went and got an Xactimate training, right? So I know I've provided some resources on Xactimate, but we're on YouTube now. If you just type in Xactimate training on YouTube, it's a lot of free stuff there, but you can mitigate the challenges of estimating or writing estimates by getting proper training on Xactimate and stability. If you can do that and you practice your Xactimate at home before you go out here and get deployed, practice your sketches, practice sketching. It's going to save you so much time and frustration. It's also going to make you a lot of money as well. So get properly trained and you'll be fine. All right. Yeah, uh, that's a big one for you. Okay. That's a huge one and it'll help you out a ton. All right. And a lot of people don't do it, which is surprising to me. As hard as exactament intensive as field adjusting is, so many people go out there never having touched exactament. And it puts people behind. Okay. So something to think about. Something to think about and something to get taken care of. All right. You can get an exactament demo for free. All right. You can watch these videos for free and they'll take you a long way. All right. What other questions y'all got? I know you had to take proper measurements for the interior rooms for the roof. Will measurements always be readily available through services like Eagle Eye? If not, if I'm mistaken or not. Yeah, yeah. Eagle View. Eagle View is the name of it. And unless it's a new construction, normally Eagle View is going to be available, or unless it's like in a super rural area. But other than that, like 99% of the time, you're going to have Eagle View for your roofs. And even if you don't have Eagle View, you still have Google Earth, and you can. There's a tool on Google Earth where you can take measurements of things, and you can still do a roof measurement using Google Earth, and it comes out correctly. So it's a free service you can use, and it's easy. Just take it out, you point and click, and it'll work itself out for you, and you'll have the measurements. All right. So what other questions y'all got? I'm probably gonna go another 10 minutes. Everybody, I'm probably gonna go another 10 minutes with y'all tonight. One thing, I'm really tired. I'm really tired tonight. Just being real with y'all. I ate, but I was tired anyway today. And so by not, waiting to eat, I kind of put myself behind where I wanted to be at. I purchased the Exactament Level 1 and 2 course. I've been watching YouTube. Hector is on the list. That's awesome. All I have is exam. Yeah, so Keith, what I would say is practice your Exactament. Okay? Practice it over and over again. I had an adjuster in Canada, actually. He was a Canadian adjuster, but he found out about me and he got his license and stuff like that. And what he did was for a whole winter, it was like 3 months, he just did sketches at home alone, And when he got his first deployment, because he had been practicing sketches so much, he was able to inspect 6 properties a day and write estimates for 6 properties a day in the same day. So he was turning in 6 claims every 24 hours, and that made him, 150 grand in 6 weeks. So it's worth it. Okay. It is definitely worth it to double down on not only getting Exactament, but going in and getting good at Exactament. Okay. Questions, everybody. I don't know what that means, so we're gonna get you out of there. Yeah. There we go. So, anybody got questions, comments, concerns about anything? If y'all, and I think some of y'all got my number. If y'all got questions, y'all can always hit me up. All right. I'm not super duper busy every day. I do have days where I am busier, but I would love to, help all y'all. I want to help make sure I get as many of y'all helped as possible, but my time is limited. But shoot me a text. If you got my number, shoot me a text. I'm always here to help you all out. What are some of the struggles y'all are dealing with right now? Is it just it's slow right now? Is that the main struggle right now for you? Is that the main questions you got? It's slow. What do I do? Y'all know I did a 2-hour course on getting hired about 2 weeks ago. How to get hired during the slow season. And that course right now, I think I have it available for $50. right now. So that's something y'all want, hit me up. I'll send you a link. But it was a really informative course. It's not anything generic. It's tried and true uh, strategies, right? That have worked well for a lot of people, and they're working well for the mentees that were inside of that workshop that we did a couple weeks ago. So um, I don't see any more questions, y'all. Um, I do have something I want to talk about, but at the same time, I'm like kind of scatterbrained a bit right now. I don't want to give anybody any information incorrectly, and I want to make sure that whatever I give y'all able to use immediately. Okay, so uh, I'm a little off right now for the day, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll be back. I'll probably do a live tomorrow. I'll be real with you. I'll be fine tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live tomorrow, Thursday night, and we'll keep it moving. But tonight I'm not feeling it so much. Uh, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it now, y'all. Appreciate everybody as always, and I will be back tomorrow, bright eyed and bushy tailed. All right. So appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night.